After 8 years of preparation, they all marched into the exam room, feeling confident about the future.
Njoroge Marvin Kamodo. I'm a candidate for the year 2011. I'm fully prepared to challenge the coming exam.
But what Master Njoroge and over 750,000 of his colleagues did not realize was that they were hardly prepared for the challenge they would face. John Harrington Detta, an education graduate from the University of Nairobi, has studied the papers since the exam ended and is shocked by his find.
I realized that 85% of the questions were on comprehension.
And it gets worse. In the social studies paper, question 59 asks about the duty of the police. The correct answer is apparently choice B, arrest lawbreakers. Notice the spelling mistake that makes it look like a trick question.
The entire social studies paper, I don't think they proofread, because it's not just 59, but also when you go back to question 14, where you have that diagram, they have written magna instead of magma, and there is a difference between magna and magma.
Now, the claims made are very, very serious because they are indicative of the quality of education within the primary sector. Question is, what do the examination officials think? Exam Council boss Paul Wasanga, however, puts this down to a simple error.
That's an error. That can occur.
But there's more. In the English paper, question 23, where students are supposed to choose the opposite of unsatisfactory. There are two possible answers. A, sensible. B, reasonable.
You don't even need to be an English teacher to know that different. Reasonable, you can be reasonable but not sensible. You can be very sensible but unreasonable.
But a look at the dictionary contradicts that view. Reasonable means agreeable to sound judgment, whereas sensible means having or showing good sense or sound judgment. Then there is the CRE question, which asks what a Christian student would do with a colleague who constantly makes noise in class. Choice A, inform her parents. B, inform the teacher. C, advise her to stop the habit. Never mind that the advice in this case is a verb that should have the letter S and not C. And still, everything seems to be the answer. The same paper also refers to an episode about Prophet Elisha, but refers to him as Elijah, a totally different prophet in the Christian teachings. But perhaps the more serious claim is this.
For a paper like Kiswahili, which I used to teach sometimes back, I found out that the questions they were asking, some of them are university questions.
The fact that somebody is doing Swahili in the university does not necessarily mean they are at the level of, there could be a candidate who is actually above that level, because that's language. That said, when you look at that, that is why we have a question for the brightest, and we have a question for the one who just went to school and all what they can do is recall.
That paper drew the ire of some students.
The person who said the paper of Swahili, that was not our standard. That is the truth.
The Examination Council says over the next few days they will sit and review some of the glaring errors and some questions may be cancelled. But he maintains the quality of the exams remains untainted even by these errors. Robert Nagila, NTV.